What is up, fight fans? This is the Silly Gilly Goose MMA show, and today we have a special guest, Daniel from TheCageReport. Daniel, welcome. What got you started? Tell us about your page.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, guys. So I run the Cage Report. Basically, I do MMA news, fight updates. Sometimes I post memes and stuff, but basically anything MMA related. Mostly UFC, sometimes some PFL, boxing, stuff like that. But yeah, what got me started doing it? I don't really know. I guess I always watch all the fights, every single fight. Um, Pay-per-views or numbered cards now, all the fight nights. So I figured I might as well just start posting content. And it started just for fun, and then it kind of started getting a little bit of traction. So I started taking it more serious and like posting consistently, and yeah, just trying to take it more serious. Started posting on Twitter, on Threads, on YouTube. So yeah, just started basically as a fan, just wanting to post MMA content, and then started getting traction. They started posting me on the broadcast, and I was like, okay, maybe I should take this a little bit more serious and see where it goes. It's been like 7 months so far, so getting close to a year.
Dang.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, and now we see you like during every single round of every single fight. So.
Every fight.
You guys too. You guys are killing it now.
We were on
Hey,
a
thanks,
lot tonight. We were on a lot tonight.
I think it was every single fight, every round.
Tonight was a good card to get on the broadcast for.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. It's
I don't know next week.
It separated the casuals from the diehards for sure tonight. But it turned out to be a really good card. We can let's dive into it. The first fight of the night, we had Kai Kamaka versus Dakota Hope. It was a split decision for Kai Kamaka, 29-28 on all three judges' scorecards. But Kai Kamaka got it done. What was your thoughts here, Connor?
Yeah, this fight got added really late in the week. Dakota Hope taking it on 48 hours notice, they said. And yeah, he just came off a knockout win in February. Kai Kamaka, his second stint back in the UFC. Dakota Hope came out hot, man. That was an incredible start, dude. He was a lot of fun to watch. Every round, I thought he was going to gas out, and then he just comes out just swinging for the fences. And yeah, very, very controversial split decision. I did give it to Kamaka, but Dakota Hope did have a good case for this fight too. So I don't know.
Yeah, Mason, you were really upset about that split decision with Dakota Hope being your golden goose. What was your thoughts on this one, Mason?
Yeah, I was pretty PO'd about it. But I mean, I gotta give it to Dakota Hope. That was honestly a really good performance that he put up. He definitely needs to work on his gas tank, because he definitely gassed himself out. But I mean, that was a good fight. Kamaka also, coming off his stint not being in the UFC, had a really good win. Just honestly a great fight overall.
Daniel, what was your thoughts on that fight?
Yeah, I thought it was a good fight too. Dakota Hope came out strong, like you guys are saying. I did score the fight for him. I thought it was 29-28. I gave him round 1 and round 3.
Okay.
But I wasn't upset with the decision. It was a close fight. The rounds were close, but I did score it for him. But he didn't do enough in the judges' eyes, so I guess that's how it goes sometimes.
Yeah, I also had Hope winning the first and the third round. I wasn't upset with the decision, but I thought it was super close, like a tough fight to score for the judges. But I feel like both guys looked really good, and for it being such a late fight added, like both guys came out. I mean, both of them had a little bit of gas tank issue in the third round, but I mean, not a bad fight for both of them. I'm glad to see Kai Kamaka back in the UFC. And then the next fight of the night, we had Dione Barbosa versus Melissa Gatto, and we had a majority decision. Two judges had it 29-27 for Dione Barbosa, and then the other judge had it 28-28 draw. Daniel, what'd you think of this one?
I thought it was a weird fight. This was the illegal kick, right?
Yep.
Kick.
I don't know. I thought they should have stopped the fight, even if what's her name? Gatto can continue. Yeah, I thought if you take a kick like that, it looked like she got knocked out. I've seen people online were saying that she flopped, but it was a pretty nasty kick.
Yeah,
I feel like they should have stopped it, even if she thought she can continue. But she ended up losing the
Connor, what
fight.
were your
Kind of
thoughts on
sucks.
this? Connor, what
Yeah,
were
I
your thoughts
mean,
on this one?
Dion Barbosa looked great, man. The first 4 minutes, it was a striker's delight. They were throwing hard shots. Barbosa was landing some stiff jabs, looking really, really solid on the feet. And then, like the last minute of the round, they just turned to the grappling. And then the last 2 rounds, it was just all grappling after that. But yeah, I don't know. I think Gatto got a little lesson from her boy Adolfo Bellato in acting there, and I think there's a little acting classes going on down there in Brazil. So I don't know, man. Yeah, Barbosa looks great. I think I scored at a draw as well. I thought Gatto got round two. So yeah, man, that was a good fight though.
Mason, thoughts on that one?
Yeah, it was a good fight. Kind of weird with that soccer kick. Um, I kept seeing Charles Johnson's thread. He was like, her hands were like not on the ground, or her hands were on the ground, but her knees weren't, so it wasn't illegal. But um, overall, yeah, it was a good fight. Um, yeah.
Yeah, I thought that as soon as that foul happened, or I thought that they should have stopped the fight and they shouldn't have kept it go. They either should have called it a DQ or a KO for Barbosa. But I feel like both ladies looked really good. Melissa Gatto had a long layoff, but Barbosa has looked good. Her last fight even was a close fight that should have went her way, and I thought it was a draw, but I'm not upset because I felt like somebody deserved to win the fight. So I would have gave it to Barbosa if there wasn't the point taken away. And then
Yeah.
our next fight of the night, we had Tresean Gore versus Asmat Bakoyev, and we called it before the fight that there was going to be a silly gilly tonight, and
Silly
Tresean
Gilly,
Gore got it
baby.
done in the third round. Connor,
Silly Gilly.
what was your thoughts on this one?
I thought Bakoyev was gonna come out there and knock Gore out right in the first round, and Gore really leveled up his game a lot, and it was really refreshing to see because I thought he was gonna get knocked out, cut from the UFC, and that'd be the last we'd ever see of him. But I think he proved he still gives another shot in the UFC with this win, and kind of fraud checked Bakoyev honestly a little bit. Bakoyev was really struggling in the striking department there tonight, and yeah, beautiful win by Tresean Gore.
Daniel, what did you think about this fight? The
Yeah,
win
I
for
agree with
Gore.
Connor. I thought it was a great fight as well. I think Okoyev was a heavy favorite going into this fight too, and
Yeah.
he looked good in the first round. So I think it might have been second round when he hurt Gore, but Gore recovered
Yeah.
really well and then just put it on him, and then beautiful performance by Gore. So I completely underestimated in this fight. Honestly, I thought that Koyev was
Yeah,
going to
man.
get it done by knockout.
Yeah. Mason, what was your thoughts here?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to sound like a broken record from those two, but yeah, I was honestly underestimating Tresean Gore, and I thought Bakoya was just going to dominate, but then Tresean Gore hit that silly gilly that we all know and love, and really surprised me. But yeah, that's a really big win for him. That's a good win for him too, because Bakoya's a beast.
Yeah. Tresean looked good tonight. I feel like he was going to win the fight on the judges' scorecard, even if he didn't get the finish. But, yeah, everyone counted him out. He was like a minus or plus 400 favorite, I believe. And he loves that skilly. He's hit it 3 times in a row in his last 3 wins. So
Crazy.
I'm glad that somebody hit it tonight. But for Bakoyev, I feel like he just starts to gas out during fights. Like he was looking okay in that UC Bagore fight, but he gassed out in that one too and gets KO'd in the third round. So he's got to work on his gassing a little bit. But I feel like, I mean, I think he should still be in the UFC. I mean, coming off 2 losses, I want to see him bounce back from this one. We'll see. And then the next fight of the night, we had Alice Pereira versus Haley Cohen, and Alice Pereira got her out of there in round 2. Mason, what was your thoughts on this one?
Man, that was a crazy knockout. That was a really nice knee. I'm pretty sure we saw a similar knee last week. I don't remember who exactly it was. Um, but yeah, I wasn't expecting a knockout from either one of them. But I mean, that was a good win for Alice Pereira, and that was a really crazy knee. I can't get over it.
Yeah, I think you're talking about the Lance Gibson knee last week. I think it was.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, Chase Hooper. Yeah.
Dude, that was nasty. Ooh.
Daniel, what'd you think of the knockout for Pereira?
That was a crazy knockout. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that either, especially how Pereira looked in her last fight. She was kind of running around the entire time. She
Mm-hmm.
looked a lot more comfortable in this fight. She came out swinging. And then that knee she was going for it the whole, I think
Yeah,
the whole 2 rounds that the fight lasted, and then she just landed it perfectly and Chad
yeah,
Hazel went out.
she was spamming that knee
Yeah.
the whole entire fight. So it was nice to see her actually finally land it, and she put her out cold too.
Yeah.
A
Flat.
good
Connor,
performance.
what was your thoughts on that one?
Yeah, dude, Pereira, 20 years old, dude. Insane work. Yeah, definitely leveled up from her last fight, like Daniel said. It was great to see her go out there, get it. She was great in that first round. Her movement was solid. She was defending, her defensive striking was really, really good. That Superman punch she kept throwing was awesome. She landed that like 3 or 4 times. That was freaking cool. And then, yeah, just put Cohen to sleep. Cohen was gaining a little momentum there, though, in round 2. She had a little success with the grappling, so Pereira's got to clean up the takedown defense a little bit, and then she should be pretty good. Only 20 years old, lot of room for development.
Yeah, and then the next fight of the night, we had a KO finish in round 2. Darius Flowers got it done. His first UFC win over Lando Venata. Daniel, what'd you think of this one?
Yeah, this was a good fight as well. I thought they were going to stop it at on the bench when looked like Venata hurt his rib, or his rib was like popping out. But he made it to the second round and then got finished, right? Or what did it go? That one go to decision? I can't
Yeah,
remember.
finish in the
Yeah.
round 2.
Yeah. Yeah. Happy for Flowers. Finally gets a win in the UFC. But yeah, that rib looked nasty. You could see it popping out.
Connor, what was your thoughts on that fight?
Yeah, yeah, great, good for Darius Flowers, like Daniel said, that was awesome. First UFC win. Both is so you have Dana White Contender Series win by a slam injury, and he slams Venata and injures him with a slam. So, yeah, he was getting pieced up, dude. Venata was looking really, really good in that first round up until that slam. So, yeah, I mean, and the same thing went for his Contender Series fight. He was getting pieced up until that slam, and then. So I don't know, man. It's tough to judge Darius Flowers, but he said in his interview that he fought on 5 days' notice at elevation and then 2 days' notice at elevation. So maybe we doubted him a little bit, but yeah, good for him for getting his first win though.
Yeah, keeps slamming everybody. Mason, what was your thoughts on that one?
Yeah, good win for Darius Flowers. Obviously coming off 3 losses and kind of like almost a 2-year layoff since his last fight. And so, going in there, and I honestly thought this was kind of going to be a snooze fest, but I mean, Darius Flowers made it interesting with the slam and then eventually got it done. And yeah, that's a good comeback win for him, I would say. To get back.
Yeah, I thought that he should have got it done. They should have stopped the fight after round 1. That was pretty gruesome looking at his rib, and we knew it wasn't gonna last long in there. But yeah, nice win for Darius Flower. Gets his first dub in the UFC, and he did a pretty good job on the mic too. So it wouldn't be bad to see him get another one and see what he's got to say this next after his next fight. And then the fight after that, we had Alessandro Costa versus Stuart Nickel, and Costa got it done by a round 2 sub, right?
KO, knockout,
KO,
No,
yeah,
body
the
punch.
body shot, right?
liver shot,
Yeah.
liver
Yeah.
for dinner.
What was your thoughts here, Connor?
I thought Stuart Nickel looked a lot better than his last fight, and man, he was just getting outclassed. I mean, Costa is just on another level than him. Costa's fought way better competition than him in the UFC, so I mean, I don't think Nickel looked horrible, but he,
Mhm.
obviously got finished. And I don't know, Costa was just a better man tonight. It was a pretty good scrap.
Daniel, what do you think of this one?
Yeah, I don't have too much to add to this one. Body shot was nasty. I think most people would go down to that. Yeah, good fight.
Mason?
Yeah, crazy body punch. I was like, when I watched it, I was like, dude, he literally shut his body down. He had nothing, and then yeah, good win for
Disgusting.
Costa, but that's 3 straight losses for Stuart Nickel, and I don't know what we'll see from him next, but that was a good showing by Costa. Amazing knockout. I love seeing body shot knockouts.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
really mixing it up well. His boxing looked really, Costa's boxing looked really crisp. I thought Stuart Nickel looked like a little bit better than his first 2 performances at the start of the fight, but yeah, that body shot
Yeah.
really come back.
And,
Not really coming back from that. Now, I think
and
something seemed like a theme tonight too because Ethan Ewing got a body shot later on. But our next fight of the night, we had Thomas Peterson versus Guilherme Pat, and it was a majority decision for Thomas Peterson, 29-27 on 2 judges' scorecards, and then the one judge had it 28-28. Daniel, what was your thoughts on this one?
I feel like this one was a bit of a boring fight, for me at least. Another heavyweight fight that just kind of doesn't live up to what you expect from the heavyweights. But yeah, I think Peterson got it done, so good for him. But bit of a boring fight.
Mason, what was your thoughts on this heavyweight matchup?
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with Daniel on this one. But when I saw Pat walk out, I was like, dude, this guy is a unit. Um, but Peterson was just the better man tonight. He just had more control and just it's kind of how it was the whole fight. And good win for him.
Connor?
yeah, Thomas Peterson, being a former D1 college wrestler, you could tell Pat was definitely scared to engage with him. He definitely knew Peterson had the advantage, so he was very hesitant to strike because he knew that Peterson was just going to try to wrestle him. So it made for a very boring fight, like you guys have said, the first 2 rounds. But that third round, man, Thomas Peterson came out like a freaking cannon and just knocked him down in the first 5 seconds of the round, and just nasty ground and pound. Probably should have been stopped. Maybe Pat ate like 20 to 30 unanswered shots, and yeah, that was just brutal 10-8 round there in the third. And I don't know, great round 3 from Thomas Peterson. Much needed win for him. I think he would have got cut if he had lost. So I think he definitely kept his place here in the UFC. So great performance from him, I thought, from the third round though.
Yeah, I really thought he was going to get done there in the third round. I thought he had him hurt really bad. I mean, the ref could have stopped it, but I just kept saying, I was like, let him stand him up. He's not going to be able to stand with you.
Yeah,
Like,
just stand.
he's
Yeah,
hurt bad. But
that was a little frustrating there.
before the third round, like everyone said, it was a pretty boring heavyweight fight. That's what we've been getting at heavyweight. It's kind of the weakest. It's like we said, it's the weakest division in the UFC right now. And then we got into our main card of the night, and first fight we had Jose Delano versus Robert Ruchala. The judge had it 30-26 and 29-27 on 2 judges scorecard for Jose Delano. This was a banger fight. What was your thoughts on this one, Connor?
Yeah, Jose Delano making his UFC debut off his Contender Series win, looking fantastic with the striking. I thought he was going to do more with the grappling, being from Brazilian top team, but now his striking was on display tonight, and it was looking great against Rushala, who's making his second UFC fight after his close fight with William Gomez. So yeah, great debut from Delano in an already stacked featherweight division. I'm excited to see who he fights next.
Daniel, what'd you think of this one?
Yeah, I was kind of watching this one as I was making dinner, but it was a close fight. I felt like in round 1, and Delano looked sharp though. And I think this was the fight, right, where there was a double fence grab.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He had that point
Super
taken.
dirty. I'm glad they took the point. It seems like the judges or the referees are starting to be more strict with the fouls and taking points as soon as it happened. So that was nice. But Delano looked really good.
Yeah, I'm glad that refs are starting to take points away now. We've seen the past few weeks of a couple points taken away, 2 tonight, and yeah, good win for Delano. Mason, what'd you think of this one?
Yeah, I thought the Polish Power was gonna get it done, but Delano just started after that first round, just started to just put that pressure on, and eventually just got it done, and that was a really good win for him. He just looked solid throughout the fight. Yeah, good win for Delano.
Yeah, he really had a high output. I think he had over 100 shots landed during the middle of the fight. But the next fight we had Tommy McMillan versus Manolo Zacchini, and Tommy McMillan got it done, round 1 KO. Daniel, what'd you think of this one?
I think this was one of the fights that I was looking forward to most on this card, and Tommy McMillan did not let us down, I guess. He came out swinging, super fast pace. I didn't know much about Manolo going into this one, but I was kind of just riding the hype train on Tommy Guns, and yeah, I'm curious how he's gonna do against some other like top level opponents. But he kind of has a really reckless style, but he's super fun to watch. So hope he goes far.
Yeah, Tim, you could hear Tim Welch the whole time just yelling chaos, chaos, and Tommy McMillan was throwing crazy shots. It was kind of reckless, like you said, but I mean, he got it done. Mason, what do you think of this fight?
Yeah, I was like, I was thinking when I was watching, I was like, what is this dude doing? He's just like throwing stuff just out of nowhere. And I mean, he got it done, so I'm not gonna bring him down. That's a good KO win, and shout out to him. Shout out to Sean and the whole Peoria, Arizona team. I don't know what the gym is called exactly, but hey, shout out to Tommy
Red Hawk Academy.
Academy. Yeah.
Shout out to Tommy McMillan, Tommy Guns.
Yeah, Tommy Gunn he had the spray and pray going tonight. He was just throwing shot after shot after shot. Something was gonna land and hurt Manolo. Connor, what'd you think of this one?
I had my boy Manello, as you know. I really thought he was clipping Tommy. He fought a good fight, bro. He should not have been that big of an underdog for how good of a fight he kind of fought there, dude. He hit Tommy with some pretty big shots, made Tommy back up a few times, but it's like, you guys said Tommy was a better man. Very awkward striking. And honestly, I would love to see him fight Jose Delano next. I mean, both just fought on the same card. Both are on the same timeline. Probably, I think that'd be a great matchup to do next.
Yeah, very high. That would be a very high output showcase there. There would be a lot of strikes on the board if someone didn't get it done fast. Then the next fight of the night, we had Ethan Ewing versus Rafael Estevam, and like I said earlier, the round 3 KO by a body shot for Ethan Ewing. Connor, what was your thoughts on this one?
I thought Estevam was gonna do his thing at 135, just like he did at 125. Beating Charles Johnson and a couple other good wins that I can't remember right now. And but no, man, Ethan Ewing, first time getting a full camp, looked amazing and just dominated this fight from start to finish, and great takedown defense as well.
Mason, what'd you think of this fight?
Not much to say here. Ethan Ewing just pushing the pace the whole time. He just looks so good and amazing striking. He was just on the gas the whole entire fight. So shout out to him. He definitely got a lot of eyes on him now because that was a very dominant win.
Yeah, he's he takes everyone's zeros. He took Wellmaker 0, and he took Estevam 0. You gotta watch your 0 when you fight Ethan Ewing. Daniel, what was your thoughts on this one?
I think this was the second fight that I was most looking forward to on this card. And Ethan Ewing, man, he's just so much fun to watch. I'm glad he stepped in to fight Wellmaker on that card because now we get to see him in the UFC. And I think he showed his takedown defense was very great. and his striking was just phenomenal. Like almost wasn't missing at all. Everything he was throwing was landing. It's a great fight. Looking forward to watching him again.
Yeah, Ewing looked amazing tonight. I feel like he's gonna deserve a really big fight next because man, he looked very crisp in there. Like he could get a ranked matchup. I think I texted Daniel and Connor and I was
Yeah,
like Rob Font would be a really good matchup for him.
Oh, yeah,
a
that would
fun
be a lot
fight.
of
I feel
fun.
like that would be a really
Yeah.
good striker fight. I would like to see.
Strikers
Uh,
delight.
but like I said, Ewing takes everyone 0, and he put on a show. Professor Finesser, he was emoting on Estevam the whole entire fight too. And then the next fight of the night, we had Abdul Rahman Yakayev versus Brenson Ribeiro, and Abdul Rahman Yakayev gets another round 1 finish. He gets it done by sub. Mason, what was your thoughts on this fight?
Yeah, not much to say. I mean, Yakiev, uh, good win. Complete beast. Another round 1 finish. And I was like kind of like in between. Like I was going into the hot tub while this fight was on. So, but it got done pretty quick. And yeah, good rear naked choke.
Daniel, what was your thoughts on this fight?
Yeah, I don't have much to add to this one either. Great first round finish. Yakayev, I think that's how you say his name, remains undefeated.
Yeah,
So great performance.
Connor.
Dude, Abdul Rahman Yakayev got rocked pretty bad a few times. Like Ribeiro, probably scared a lot of bettors there for a second, bro. He was landing some shots, and it definitely made Abdul Rahman want to just change to the grappling because he was just shooting takedowns and he wanted nothing to do with the striking after that. And yeah, man, he's great on the ground, submitting a really good grappler like Ribeiro. And yeah, I mean, great. Him, Iwo Baranuski, and Navajo Sterling, 3 great prospects, all getting wins really close to each other. So, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
would love to see some good prospect matchups there at 205.
Yeah, he makes right outside of 205 a little bit interesting. He's like super hot, like we said, gets a lot of fights done early. Versus I would love to see him versus Evo one time because they're both just fast starters.
Yeah, I wish they didn't book Iwo so quickly. I would love
Yeah,
to see that right now.
that would have been a good matchup to make. Then our co-main event of the evening, we had Virna John Jaroba versus Tabitha Ritchie, and Virna got done on all 3 judges' scorecards. Connor, what'd you think of this one?
I mean, same old Virna. I mean, I don't think anybody is surprised by what happened in this fight. I think it went exactly as we all thought it was going to go. I mean, she was landing some nice strikes in those first 2 rounds, and then I had it 29-28 as well. I thought Richie's best round was the 3rd round, and she definitely needed a finish, and she just a little too late. And yeah, great win by Jandaroba.
Daniel, what'd you think of John Jaroba's the win tonight?
She got the win. Kind of what everyone expects from her fights. She was just spamming the
Yeah.
takedowns.
Yeah.
It was boring for me, but you got to do what you got to do to win. So she did that. And yeah,
Mason, what'd you think of the?
Typical Jandaroba dub. But I could have sworn she got a knockdown in that fight, but they didn't count it to her. She hit her with like a straight or a cross.
No, that's like a trip. It's like a takedown. Someone else was doing that earlier too. Like they punch and they grab your leg at like the same time, so it looks like
That's
a knockdown.
weird.
But yeah, someone else was doing that earlier too. I forget who.
But
Yeah,
Virna's
yeah.
wrestling was on point, like as always. Like she had some really good takedowns and just was control and dominant the whole time. And I mean, she's still a contender, man. I think she is. Hopefully, I don't know what we see from her next though.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping Richie would get the win here, but I had John Jaroba winning this one. She was my golden goose on the show last week, but the line changed really in her favor during the week, so it didn't work out. Same thing with the Melissa Gatto fight. The line changed today, but John Jaroba looked good on the ground. She just used her grappling. We knew that was going to happen. Like Connor said, feel like Richie had her best round. It was just a little bit too late.
You see, no, it should still count as a golden goose because people need to just tune into the show right away because they could have got Veer at plus money like if they just tune in right away. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they're missing out. That's why you guys got to tune in right away. You missed out on Veer at plus money. This is why you need to listen to us. That's why you got to tune in.
The main event, we had Renato Moicano versus Chris Duncan, and Money Moicano wins as an underdog, gets the job done, round 2 sub. Daniel, what did you think of the main event?
I thought it was a great performance by Moicano. I switched my pick, I think yesterday. I was starting to I think Moicano's going to get it done, but up until yesterday, I was thinking Duncan. But Moicano mixed things up perfectly. He's going for takedowns, the striking looked good. And then I think he hurt Duncan in round 2, right? And that's when it led to the submission.
Dropped him there.
Hurt him bad, yeah.
Yeah, great performance and typical Moicano on the mic.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Connor, what did you think of this one?
Honk honk baby, golden goose again, second one of the year. Yeah, Moicano had to steal Mason's pick. Shout out Mason for talking me into Moicano. But I was on the fence, and I was, man, that was too good. It was too juicy to pass up on Moicano with those odds, man. You just can't pass up on somebody like that. But no, Duncan was looking great to start the fight, landing those nasty calf kicks, and I thought he was gonna keep doing that, and then Moicano was just timing him beautifully, and then he was hurting Duncan bad towards the end of the first round, and then in the second round, like Daniel said, hurt him real bad, and then it led to that choke. I thought he was gonna get the silly gilly. I was getting so excited. I was like the Leonardo DiCaprio meme, like like look. So I was getting real excited, bro. But great performance from Moicano, and I can't wait to see who they give him next. Love watching him fight.
Mason, what's your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, as you guys all know from the last episode, Connor stole my pick. Technically didn't steal my pick, but I mean Hanato just what a great second round. Eventually got that sub. I was watching it in the hot tub, and I was like, oh my gosh, dude. But but yeah, man, it was a good win for Hanato, and I really hope he gets a high ranked opponent next, because he's awesome, dude. He seems like such a cool guy. He's so awesome on the mic. He's a bad man.
Yeah, he wants all the easy fights. I really thought Chris Duncan could get the job done here against Moicano. I felt like he'd get it done early. If it was gonna get to the later rounds, I thought it was gonna be Moicano, but it was all Moicano tonight. I thought he had won round 1 and just dominated round 2. This fight reminded me a lot of the BSD fight where he just got on top of him and just busted him open, had him all bloody, and finally gets the job done in round 2. But I feel like Moicano, he's kind of had his up and downs lately, but it'll be interesting to see who he gets next in there.
Who does everyone want to see him fight next?
Let's go with you, Connor.
I mean, I would love to see him fight Manuel Torres. Manuel Torres is supposed to fight Dariush, who Moicano just lost to. They just rebooked Dariush for Sal Kid next month. I think they should rebook Torres versus Moicano. I think that would be a great show to put on.
Daniel, what do you got?
I don't know. Dan Hooker?
Yeah, that would be a fun fight. That's what he called for that.
That's a really good. I like that.
His post-fight interview.
I think that'd be a great fight.
Mason, what do you think?
I like that.
Yeah, I like that Dan Hooker fight. I mean, coming off 2 losses, but he's still higher ranked than Moicano. I think that'd be a good fight to give him.
Yeah, I like that. I like the Hooker fight. That's what he called for in an interview. I feel like him, or if Salkill gets the win here in a few weeks against Benil, Moicano versus Quillen, that'd be a good fight too.
That's an interesting one.
That'd be very interesting.
But let's get into UFC 327. We'll give our breakdowns of the fights and get our picks. The first fight of the night. Actually, before I start this, we found out during the middle of the broadcast that Tatsuro Taira versus Josh Van fight is out. No more flyweight title on the card. It was really upsetting. What was your guys' thoughts about that?
Super
Man.
unfortunate.
So go ahead, Daniel. You got it.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I was looking forward to that fight a lot. Thankfully, it's just rescheduled. It's not completely canceled, but I think 327 took a big hit by that fight being rescheduled. So,
Mason, what was your thoughts?
Man, I was low key a little. I was fuming a little bit. I was really upset. I was really looking forward. I was really looking forward to seeing Josh Van, going for his first title defense. But now we gotta wait. So, yeah, man. Yeah, I'm sad that we have to wait even longer now because I was waiting for that fight for so long, so excited, and then they just blew all this.
Yeah, I kind of felt like that it was weird seeing Van in the corner for that fight early. I think it was it the Dakota
First fight
Hope
of the
fight?
night.
yeah.
Yeah,
First fight of the night.
yeah. And then we find out that the card is done because he's hurt. Connor, what was your thoughts?
Hot take. I'm okay with it. I think it adds a lot of depth to 328. 327 stacked as it is. I think we're okay. And 328. I mean it puts it closer to the Manel Kopp and Horiguchi fight,
Mm.
which is the number one contender fight. So it puts their timelines closer together, so that that they're on the same timeline. So I don't mind it. I mean, it just makes 328 better. This card's already great enough. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, good point.
Good point. Very good point, Connor. Very knowledgeable point.
The
Amazing
the
point.
first fight of the night we
I
have
would say the best
Charles Radke versus Francisco Prado. What's your thoughts on this one, Connor?
Dude, Charles Radke has some really, really good UFC losses. Carlos Prates and Mike Malott. So I mean, he's been put through the ringer. Obviously, destroyed by both, as you would imagine. And Francisco Prado, man, just a letdown in the UFC. All wins by finish in his career, and just a 1-4 UFC record to show for it. All losses by decision, and he was a pretty big golden goose pick of mine in his last fight against Nikolai Varetnikov, and he lost by split decision and got cut, and now he was supposed to fight someone else on this card, and then Charles Radke was supposed to fight someone tonight, and then they had it switched around. So I don't know. I think Charles Radke is really good. He trains with Bilal Muhammad, so I'm gonna take Charles Radke to get this dub here.
Mason, what's your thoughts on this one?
Wait, Radke trains with who? No. All jokes aside.
I had to write it down so I didn't forget.
I really like Chuck Buffalo in this one. His losses are, I mean, good. Those are not bad losses to have, but Prado, some of his losses have not aged well, like the Zellhuber fight. I know it was like 2 years ago, but we saw Zellhuber kind of not have the best fight his last go around. But I like Charles Radke in this one. And who knows? It might be a good fight to start out the night, though. I mean, yeah. That's all I got to say about that.
Daniel, what do you got for this fight?
Yeah, I think you guys all said it pretty well. Radke has some good losses in his record. Prado's on a 3-fight losing streak, I think, right now. I think it's going to be Radke unanimous decision. So should be a good fight to open up the card, though.
Yeah. I also think that Radke gets it done. Prado, I mean, since he's got in the UFC, he's got only one win. Lost the last 3 fights by decision. Like Connor said, he's finished all of his wins, but when it goes to the scorecards, not the best for him. 0 for 4 when he goes to decisions. And like we've all said, Raki has good losses, Mallet and Carlos Prates. I feel like he gets the job done, and it's by unanimous decision over Prado. But don't let this guy get the mic. Our next fight of the night, we have Kelvin Gastelum versus Vincente Luque, a former title contender and Kelvin Gastelum, and former staple in the rankings at 170, Vincente Luque. What's your thoughts on this one, Daniel?
I got Gaslam in this one. I think his boxing is always super sharp and he's super durable. So yeah, I think he's gonna get it done. I think he's gonna finish Luque. I think round 2 or round 3.
Mason, thoughts on this one?
Uh, I- this fight is. I think it's gonna be honestly. I think this might be a good fight. But I like Calvin Gastelum in this one. Recently coming off a win, and I think that he's gonna keep it going. But man, I just never forget when he fought Izzy. He could have won that fight, but he decided to go to the ground. Um, or whatever it was. I don't remember. But yeah, I like Calvin Gastelum in this fight. Either finish late or by unanimous decision.
Connor?
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you guys. I love Calvin Gastelum in this fight as well. Yeah, Luque has just gotten mauled in his last 2 fights against Joel Alvarez and Kevin Holland. Now he's coming up to 185 against a really big 185er in Kelvin Gastelum. And yeah, I think I don't know, man. But Luque's got some power, man. A lot of finishes in his UFC career. I think but I think Gaslam gets it done by decision here. I think his wrestling is going to be a little too much for Luque.
Yeah. Gaslam, he got the win his last fight, beat Dustin Stoltzfus. I, I've been going back and forth. I feel like Luke could get the job done, but I feel like Gaslam's chin will just hold up. We've seen it. We've seen him get hurt really bad in fights before and not get finished. So I think Gaslam gets the decision. I feel like it's going to be a close fight, though. I mean, these guys' last few losses on their record are pretty crazy. Luque's lost to Joel Alvarez, Kevin Holland, and Joaquin Buckley, and then Calvin Gaslam's last 2 losses are Joe Pyfer and Sean Brady. So, I mean, these guys may still have it in them a little bit, but they're older. I'm gonna go with Gaslam. And then our next fight of the night, we had another late addition to the card. Added a few days ago, Marquel Merderos versus Chris Padilla. Connor, what's your thoughts here?
Oh my god, I love Chris Padilla, dude. He is such a
Me
dog,
too.
bro. Love him, love him. One of my favorite fighters in the UFC for sure. Yeah, 4-0 in the UFC, 2 wins by knockout, 1 win by submission. Coming off his round 2 ground and pound win over Ishmael Bonfim back in November. He is just a dog, bro. Very, very close split decision fight with Jai Herbert, who's a tough guy to fight. Markel Madaros, 3-0 in the UFC, all of his wins by decision. Dana White Contender Series graduate back in October of 2023. 2 wins in the UFC by 29-28. And so a lot of 2 close fights with him. He had a split decision win over Austin Hubbard, who was the Ultimate Fighter runner-up back in 2023. And his only career loss is that split decision. So this should be a lot of fun. Should be a striker's delight, I think. Yeah, I got Chris Padilla here by knockout though.
Mason, what do you got for this one?
Both of these guys are on some hot streaks. Undefeated in the UFC. Um, I like Chris Padilla in this one, and I think he's gonna get it done by sub. I think Chris Padilla is gonna win this fight by sub, in
Oh.
round 2. I think a round 2 sub. I think yeah. Give me Taco by round 2 sub.
Daniel, thoughts on this one?
Yeah, I got Chris Padilla. He's from SoCal, so I always got to root for the SoCal boys. Um, I think he has great striking too. Like Mason said, I'm kind of thinking sub too. He has great BJJ. I think he won his first fight in the UFC by submission.
Yep.
I don't know much about Marquell, but I was looking at his record and he doesn't have any submissions, but I think any submission losses, but I think Chris Sacco is going to be the one that takes it.
Yeah, Padilla, he mixes it up really well. He's good on his
Yeah.
feet with his striking.
Yeah.
He's sneaky on the ground and get a good sub. I also think that Padilla gets the job done by sub. I mean, Maduro's has looked good. His only, like Connor said, his only loss is that split decision to Austin Hupper, which is not a terrible loss, and it was young in his career. He's like only 25 years old, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, give me Padilla by sub, and he stays undefeated in the UFC. And then our next fight of the night, we have a ranked matchup on the undercard. We have number 2 Lupi Godinez versus number 6, or my bad, number 2 Tatiana Suarez versus number 6 Lupi Godinez.
Today, Junior.
Connor, your thoughts here?
Oh my God. Yeah, grappler's delight. Lupi Godinez, great wrestler. Me and Noah got to see her last fight against Jessica Andrade in person in Chicago. Great fight. Yeah, this is grappler's delight. I think Tatiana's the better grappler here. What is she, number 2, right? Versus number 6. And so I think it's gonna go exactly how this Jandaroba and Richie fight just went. I think it's gonna be the exact same thing. So I think Tatiana Suarez by unanimous decision here.
All right, Daniel, who do you got in this ranked women's strawweight matchup?
Yeah, Connor took the words right out of my mouth. I think it's going to be a grappling match. I think Tatiana's going to get a unanimous decision. Probably not the most exciting fight, but I think it'll be decisive. So,
Yeah, Mason, thoughts on this one?
Yeah, sorry for doing that, Noah. I apologize. This is a huge. This is another huge strawweight fight. Back-to-back weeks. But think I'm gonna ride the wave with Tatiana Suarez. I think it could go to decision, but I would not be surprised with Suarez sub because she has done it before.
Yeah, I also will go with Tatiana Suarez here. I think it's gonna be a decision. She's gonna use her wrestling like she always does in her fight. I feel like the only person she's struggled with her grappling with is Zhang Wei Li. I mean, Zhang Wei Li put a clinic on her, but
That was insane.
I feel like this is gonna be all Suarez all 3 rounds, and she just is gonna stay on top of her with her grappling. I got her by decision. Then our next fight of the night, we have Matus Gamrot, number 8, versus Esteban Ribovic. Mason, what's your thoughts here?
Actually, I'm gonna switch a pick before. Give me Francisco Prado to open up the night with a win, and I'm gonna go with the Argentina. What's so funny? I'm gonna go with the Argentina. No, listen. I'm gonna go with both the Argentina guys to win tonight. This tonight. Ribovic is gonna get it done. Come on, guys, dude. Come on. I think I'm gonna go with Ribovic on this one by decision. And the Argentina boys are gonna get it done tonight.
Connor, what's your thoughts on this one?
No, I'm not gonna change my former pick, but I'm gonna ride the Argentina wave on this fight too. I do think Esteban Ribovic finds the chin of Gamrot. He looked great his last fight against Elvis Brenner. Got dominated by Hack Press. Great fight at Noche with Zellhuber. That was awesome. He knocked out Terrence McKinney famously, brutal knockout on him. Gamrot coming off that submission loss to Oliveira in that main event fight back in October. Gamrot did put on a clinic against Ludovic Klein, though. That was a great performance from Gamrot. And but the fight that has me worried, that makes me pick Ribovic, was that split decision loss to Dan Hooker, and Gamrot got pieced up pretty bad. And I think Ribovic is capable of landing that crazy knockout shot. You know, he's 6 years younger, only 29 years old. Gamrot, 35. And I think Esteban Ribovic finds his chin. So give me Ribovic by knockout.
Okay. Daniel, thoughts on this one?
Yeah, I'm kind of torn on this one. I'm thinking Ribovic too. I'm thinking he's going to catch Gamrot, but Gamrot's wrestling. I don't know. I just feel like he might just make it a boring fight and just try to keep him down. But I'm hoping that Ribovic is able to catch his chin, and I'm thinking TKO, ground and pound, maybe round 2 or 3.
All right.
Ooh, starting a trend here.
I'm gonna break it. I think Gamrot's wrestling is gonna be too much for Ribovic. I mean that he looked really good in his Elvis Brenner win his last fight, but he didn't look great in that Nasrat Hesperus fight where he lost, and that Zellhuber one hasn't really aged well. Zellhuber hasn't looked great his last few fights, and that was a really close fight. It could have gone either way, I feel like.
Yeah, and split decision.
Gamrot lost to Charles his last fight. He usually bounces back pretty well. I feel like he's just he's just going to be an overpowering grappler and win this one by decision. Our next fight of the night, we have Kevin Holland versus Randy Brown, a matchup at welterweight. Daniel, who's your pick for this one?
I don't know. I'm so bad at picking Kevin Holland fights.
Oh my god, I think we all are. Me and Connor were talking about this earlier this week.
I feel like he's so inconsistent, so it's hard to. I feel like he should win the fight, but I don't think he's going to. I think Randy Brown's going to get it done by decision. But I don't know. Kevin Holland always has the upsets or doesn't perform as he should, so it's hard to say. Yeah, I think I might go back and forth on this one. So right now, my pick is Randy Brown.
I don't blame you. I feel like you never know what Kevin Holland you're going to get in there, so you can't trust him enough to take him as an underdog when he is. Mason, who do you have in this one?
Man, I freaking love Kevin Holland, dude. He is he's so cool. And I think he's gonna get a brutal knockout here. Like it's gonna be bad. Like we might see a stretcher in this fight. I don't know why. I just got a feeling. Give me Kevin Holland by round 2 knockout. And yeah, I'm telling you, I think we might see a brutal knockout. Like I don't know. Mark my words right now. Mark them down.
All right, Connor, what do you have in this one?
This has fight of the night written all over it, I think, now with the Van and Tyra fight being off the card. These guys are so evenly matched, and both coming off losses. Both coming off dominating bad losses. Kevin Holland to that Mike Malott got dropped pretty bad a few times. Randy Brown getting flatlined by Gabriel Bonfim in that main event. But these guys always put on shows most of the time when they fight. I think like 85% of the time they're always fun fights. But Kevin Holland just has great losses, and I'm glad he's staying at 170. And I think fighting 5 times last year was a mistake, and I'm glad he took a 6-month break. So I honestly think with a 6-month layoff, he's good to go. I think Kevin Holland gets the upset here, and I think it's going to be a 3-round war. And I think Kevin Holland gets it done by split decision specifically.
Yeah, I like the split decision. I feel like it could be a really, really close fight.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Randy Brown by split decision. I feel like it's going to be super close back and forth. I mean...
Naughty.
But, Yeah, you never know what Kevin Holland's going to be in there, so I can't pick him in this week.
I'm confident in Kevin Holland, man.
But I feel like this is going to be such a weird fight. I feel like this has like a weird. I don't know. This fight's giving me a weird vibe. I feel like something weird could happen in it. Like somebody's going to deserve. Like Kevin Holland may deserve to win, but like Brown gets the split decision.
Yeah. That'll be a fun one. That's the fight I'm probably most
I like
excited
it.
second most excited for. Second most excited for.
And then our next fight we have number 13 Patricio Pitbull versus Aaron Pico. Mason, what's your thoughts on this one?
Two Bellator guys. I think this is going to be an amazing fight. I think this could be fight of the night. I think it's going to be a good fight. Aaron Pico, obviously, last fight, wow, got flatlined, and I think we're gonna see a good bounce back. I think he was doing really good against Leon before he got knocked out, and I think we're gonna see him push the pace the entire fight and use his wrestling to advantage. And I think he's gonna get the win here, pretty convincingly too. I think it might be 30-27 or 29-28.
Daniel,
I'm sorry.
Daniel, what's your thoughts on this fight?
Yeah, I'm wondering how Pico's going to come back from that loss. I don't know about these Bellator guys. I don't feel great about either of them. But I'm thinking Pitbull's going to take it. I think maybe the experience. Yeah, I'm thinking Pitbull by decision probably.
Connor, what do you got on this one?
I'm gonna ride the Pitbull train. Me and Noah got to see Pico fight in person. Made a lot of money on that Pico loss there with LeBron Murphy with that spinning elbow. That was awesome. Got really rich that night. And I don't know, man. I just don't. I see Pico just being really hesitant now. After that, that's enough to make a guy change his style of fighting for sure. Especially when he gets to that next level in the UFC. And like Daniel said, I don't know about these Bellator guys either. But I don't know. Pitbull had a great win over Dan Ige in his last fight, and I think Pitbull's like really hungry to be able to move up in the rankings, being so old. So I think he finishes Aaron Pico. Honestly, I think Pitbull might hit a silly gilly. I think Aaron Pico's going to try to go to his wrestling like he normally does, and I think Pitbull's going to hit a pretty nasty silly gilly in the first round. Actually, give me Pitbull by a round one silly gilly.
Oh, yeah, this is kind of crazy that this fight's on the prelims because, like, at one point in Bellator, this could totally have been a Bellator title fight. Aaron Pico was a huge prize free agent when he turned 18 and decided he was going to get into MMA. I know both Bellator and UFC were going at him at the time. He didn't have the greatest Bellator career and had 4 losses, but his last fight, I felt like he looked really good against LeBron Murphy before the knockout. I mean, he's just super like always on the gas, and I feel like that hurts him because he gets rocked because he comes in too too crazy and gets himself hurt. But I don't know about these Bellator guys. I feel like Pitbull has looked good, somewhat good. He did okay against Yair. He kind of got dominated, but I mean, like he stayed in there and had a real nice win against Ige. But I don't know. I really like Aaron Pico. I was there when he was 18 years old and was wrestling for the Olympic team trials as an 18-year-old in the finals. I think he gets the job done early, and I have him by KO. He's got really solid hands.
All right.
And then to the main card, we have to start the night. We have Cub Swanson versus Nate Landwehr. Connor, what's your thoughts on this one?
Oh yeah, Cub Swanson's retirement fight, as we know, getting moved to the main card now. 42 years old, incredible career. Coming off a great knockout over Billy Quarantillo. I think that's how you pronounce it. Yeah, 15-10 in the UFC, incredible career. 13 wins by knockout, 5 by submission, 11 by decision. I think Nate Landwehr coming off a knockout loss, 2 knockout losses. Yeah, Morgan Charrier in his last fight. I I think Cub Swanson puts him to sleep, and I think we get another fairy tale retirement ending, just like Chiesa got in Seattle
last weekend.
Yeah.
Daniel, who do you have in this one?
Yeah, I agree with Connor. Another Cali boy too, so I got to root for Cub, especially it's his retirement fight. So the only thing that's kind of worrying for me is he's been inactive. I think his last fight was 2024.
Yeah.
December.
But
Yeah.
I think Nate's been inactive as well. So he has this kind of a spazzy style. It's kind of reckless. I think Cub's going to catch him. I think he's going to get the finish. Like Connor said, the fairy tale ending.
Yeah. Mason, what's your thoughts on this one? Who do you have in here?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Cub Swanson on this one. I think he's gonna get it done by KO. Landwehr is coming off 2 KO losses. The one against Duho Choi, I mean, it was kind of a weird one because it was in a crucifix. So, but I think Cub Swanson is gonna get it done in round 2.
Okay.
KO.
I'm also gonna go with Cub here. I feel like this fight was made for him to win. Both guys are kind of getting. I mean, Sam Swanson's in his last fight, but the both of guys are older. Nate's coming off two KO losses. I feel like Cub can get it done by KO. But I feel like this could definitely be a war, like a crazy fight while it lasts. I feel like this has like fight of the night written on it, and as I'm gonna go with Cub by KO, but I feel like it's gonna be later in the fight, like round 2 or round 3.
Yeah, he did get robbed against Andre Feely too. That split decision that was pretty bad. But I had Feely in a lot of my parlays that night, so I was really happy. But yeah, he got robbed in that. Yeah, Cub Swanson looks great at this age. I think I'm excited for that one.
Yeah, the only thing I'm worried about is the layoff, but I feel like it shouldn't be an issue. He's been in there so many times. He's just gonna get right back in there and feel comfortable again.
Yeah.
Then our next fight, we have a ranked light heavyweight matchup. We have number 10 Dominic Reyes versus number 12 Johnny Walker. Mason, what do you got here?
I'm so excited for this fight. I think this is going to be a really good fight. It could either end really early within like the first 2 minutes, or it could be an all-out war. Dominic Reyes obviously coming off that loss to the main eventer, Carlos Ulberg, and Johnny Walker won his last fight. But Johnny Walker has a really weak chin, so that's why I'm a little worried. 6 losses in the UFC by KO. But give me Johnny Walker by flying knee. He's gonna throw some crazy stuff, and I think he's gonna win. And he's gonna win early. I think within the first 2 minutes, flying knee Johnny Walker. Really that I didn't get to meet him at 324, but I got Johnny Walker in this one.
Daniel, who you got here?
Yeah, I'm rooting for Walker as well. I think Reyes has looked good in his last few fights, except for that fight against Ulberg where he got knocked out. But yeah, Johnny Walker's style is so crazy and hectic. I think he's going to get it done, and I'm thinking a early KO as well. And I actually have Johnny Walker as my golden goose. So,
Connor.
Yeah, every time I hear the name Johnny Walker, I just can't help but think back to his fight with Volkan Ozdemir. I had him in a lot of parlays that night, and during his walkout, it was very, very clear that Johnny Walker was terrified to step into that octagon. And I was like scared right away. So I just laugh every time I just think back to that walkout of him just being terrified. So I mean, but yeah, Reyes, one of the only guys to ever beat John Jones. Yeah, pretty convincingly too. And yeah, I think he's gonna show us all what he did against John Jones against Johnny Walker. And I think he's going to just put on an absolute clinic and dominate Johnny Walker the same way that he dominated John Jones. So give me Dominic Reyes by whatever he wants.
I also had Johnny Walker on that Volkan Ozdemir night that Connor was talking about. And we knew as soon as he was walking. Like we were texting each other, like, "Oh my goodness, why did we pick why did we pick
Like,
this
oh
guy? He
shit.
looks like terrified to go in there."
Oh, it was so
But
bad.
he's an exciting fighter. I feel like this is going to be a really fun striker match while it lasts. I don't think it's going to last long. I don't think there's any chance that this fight makes it out of the first round. One of these guys' chins is going to go, and I don't want to pick Johnny Walker, but I mean, I'm going to go Johnny Walker because he's plus money. I'll take him as with the KO over Dominic Reyes. I feel like Reyes' chin is gone with his age, but
I'm on an island
Ed,
here.
Reyes can knock out Walker as well. I don't know. It could go either way.
It's
I'll
going
go
to be an
Walker.
exciting fight.
Yeah, I'm not-
It's gonna be fun while it lasts. And then we have a heavyweight matchup where Josh Hokett takes on number 5 Curtis Blades. Mason, what do you think about this one?
I, low key, not the biggest Josh Hokett fan. But like he's still young in the UFC, so I'll get past that. I either think this could be a really good fight or it's going to be a wrestling match. Both of them are wrestlers. Um, Curtis Blades, though, I don't know. He's getting up there in his career. He did win his last fight, but it was by split decision to Kuniev, which I mean it kind of aged well. Kuniev did just beat Almeida, who Blades also did beat. I'm kind of really on the fence about this one. Like, I'm honestly not too sure who I have in this one. I was saying Blades, but I want to be surprised if Hokett wins. I think this is going to be a boring heavyweight fight. Um, it's going to be a draw. It's going to be
Bold
a
take
draw.
there. Bold
It's
take.
going to be it's going to be a draw.
I love
Uh,
it.
Daniel, who do you got in this heavyweight matchup?
Yeah, I like both guys. I'm big fans of both. I think Josh Hokett is still very early in his career, and he hasn't faced any of the level of competition that Curtis Blades has. I mean, Curtis Blades has fought some of the best guys that there is. I think he's going to show levels. I think it's going to be dominant. Like Mason said, I think it could be a very wrestling heavy match, but I think Blades is going to TKO Hokett on the ground.
Ooh.
Okay. Connor, who do you got?
I agree with everything that Daniel said, but I'm still picking Josh Hokett. I can't not pick him, you know? Like yeah, everything points to Curtis Blades winning this fight. Crazy reach advantage. Hokett, this is a huge step up for Hokett. Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. I love Hokett, man. I think that his promo that he's gonna cut if he wins would just be epic. So I just want to see that more than anything, honestly. But yeah, Blades didn't look the best against Kuniev, who was making his UFC debut off the Contender Series. Split decision, very controversial split decision. Yeah, and Kuniev, getting a really ugly win on with a short notice Almeida, and then Almeida getting cut. So I don't know, man. This is like I think it's gonna be boring, like Daniel said, and but yeah, I want Josh Hokett to win, but I think Blades is gonna win. But I'm picking Hokett as my official pick. But I know that Blades is gonna win, unfortunately.
Yeah, this is a huge step up for Josh Hokett. I mean, he fought at UFC 324 against Denzel Freeman, made him look like a scrub kind of.
Insane.
But like Connor said, Blades had a real close fight with for Kuniev's debut. But he's fought everyone. He's fought Tom Aspinall, Jalton Almeida, Sergey Pavlovich. So he's fought a bunch of big names. I'm just really excited about Josh Hokett. I feel like we need somebody at heavyweight, and I feel like Hokett could be the guy. He's super athletic. He was a D1 All American at Fresno State. He was a NFL. He made the NFL. Was an undrafted free agent for the NFL. I just feel like he's a more athletic guy in this fight. I think his wrestling is probably going to show that it's a little bit better than Curtis Blades.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go Josh Hokett, and I'm gonna have him by ground and pound, round 1 TKO.
Hell yeah. Love it. Love it, Noah. I love it.
And then our next fight, our new co-main event of the evening, we have number 6 Azamat Mirzakhanov versus the number 14 middleweight making his light heavyweight debut, Paulo Costa. Connor, thoughts on this one?
Yeah, I thought Mirzakhanov's resume was a lot better, like in my head, and then looking back on it, it's really not that good. It hasn't aged that well. I mean, TKO versus Devin Clark. Shout out Devin Clark from Sioux Falls, 45 minutes away from me here in South Dakota. Shout out my South Dakota boy. Decision win, over Dustin Jacoby, who's an absolute dog, who we just saw maul Julius Walker pretty badly. And then, Lenzo Manyfield and then Brenton Ribeiro, who we just saw get absolutely mauled tonight. And then that TKO win over Rakage was pretty impressive considering the reach disadvantage and the height disadvantage that he was at. But I don't know. I don't think he's faced as good a striker as Paulo Costa. I think Paulo Costa is definitely the best striker that Mirzakhanov has gone up against in his career so far. And I really do think Paulo Costa gets this done. He looked great in his last fight against Roman. And I think the secret juice is working for him. And I think he gets it done by knockout here. I think he actually finishes Mirzakhanov in the second round.
Okay. Mason, what do you got for the co-main?
Yeah, Connor put the nail in the coffin about Mirzakhanov and his resume, and I think that Paulo moving up to light heavyweight is going to be good for him. I think it's going to work out for him really well.
Yes.
I think that he is gonna he could be a contender. I mean, he's only 34, so he's still got a lot of time. I mean, he's still got maybe 4 or 5 years left, but this is going to be really good for him. I think he's going to look really healthy. He's going to have a great fight. I think he's going to win, and I think he's going to have a good gas tank. I think he's going to beat Mirzakhanov. I could see it being a knockout, a late knockout, but I think I'm going to go decision here.
Okay. Daniel, who do you got for the co-main?
Yeah, I'm a big Paulo Costa fan.
Hell yeah.
He's super funny, dude. Not even fighting related. I think he's just a funny guy. But I think he's a huge middleweight too. So I think moving up is going to be good for him. He's not cutting as much weight. So I think his gas tank's going to hold up. And yeah, I think he's just an overall better fighter than Mirzakhanov. I think he's going to take his O. I don't know if it's going to be knockout or decision. I'm still kind of torn, but I'm leaning towards decision on this one, though. Paulo Costa, unanimous decision.
I like it.
Okay. I think we're all going with the underdog here. I also think Paulo Costa gets the job done. I feel like this is a great move going up from middleweight to light heavyweight. I feel like we see a lot of guys are doing it now. RDR's going up to middleweight. And then there's one who is it?
Bobby Knuckles.
Whitaker.
Whitaker, yeah. Whitaker's going up. I feel like that's a move for a lot of middleweight, and Paulo Costa is a huge middleweight. We've seen he's struggled to make 185 before, so yeah, I feel like he's gonna be more fill in at 205 well, and I think he can get the KO over Mirzakhanov. I feel like he's gonna get the job done late, and I have like a round 3 KO for Costa. I feel he looked really good versus Kopylov that last fight.
Yes.
So he carries from that win.
Yes. Let's go, baby. Costa KO train. Let's get it.
Yeah. And then our main event, the light heavyweight championship fight for the vacant belt. We have number 2 Yuri Prohaska versus number 3 Carlos Ulberg. Daniel, we'll let you go first on this one. What do you got here?
Yeah, this is a tough one for me. I love Yuri. And Yuri hasn't lost to anyone in the UFC besides Alex Pereira. So I think that's very telling about his skills and how good he is. Ulberg is scary, though. He has crazy knockout power. Yuri gets hit a lot. So that's what I'm worried about. But I don't think Ulberg has faced anyone like Yuri. His style is just so crazy and unpredictable. I think Yuri's going to get it done. I think he might get hurt early on, but I think he's going to recover. And I think he can take Ulberg into deep waters. I think it's going to go maybe fourth round. I think he's going to get it done in the fourth round by knockout.
I like it. I
Championship
like
rounds.
it. Mason, who do you have here?
Dude, I cannot describe how excited I am for this fight. I love Yuri. Olberg is a beast. I think it's not gonna last long. I don't think it's gonna last long, and I think Olberg is gonna win in the first round by KO.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm high on Carlos Olberg.
Connor, who do you have for the light heavyweight championship?
I haven't been this excited for a fight in a really, really long time. This was exciting. I would have been happy with Olberg versus Alex, but this is the next best thing. But I'm gonna ride the Carlos Olberg train. He just gets better and better every single fight. I mean, the decision win over Volkan, he looked great in China. And then the Jan Blachowicz fight, oh my God, that was a great fight. I mean, that was a really, really razor thin fight against a really tough opponent. I was really biased because we had Jan, me and Noah had Jan in a lot of bets, and he was a big underdog. So we were really biased, but watching it back, Carlos Alberg looked fantastic in rounds 1 and 3 in that fight. And then obviously starching Dominic Reyes in the first round, his last fight. Yuri has shown us he's very beatable. I mean, lost Alex twice. Lost a round to Jamal Hill, which was very telling. Lost the first 2 rounds to Khalil Roundtree. Like, he's very hittable, very beatable, and I think Carlos Olberg finds his chin very early. I don't know about round 1, but I think Carlos Olberg gets it done in round 2 by TKO, like pretty easily. I think he makes Yuri look like a bot. Honestly,
Okay.
I think he's gonna levels. He's gonna show him levels to this.
Yeah, I'm also really excited for this fight. I feel like this is like the closest main event or championship fight, like even the odds like that we've had for a long time. So I mean, I feel like Olberg could get the job done early. We see Yuri's kind of a slow starter. He gets hit a lot early in the round, but I feel like he gets better he gets better as the fight goes on, and this is his last fight was a main event versus Dominic Reyes, but he got it done in round 1. We've never seen him really go to deep water, so like as the fight goes on, it's we may see Yuri take over a bunch. I feel like Olberg wins the early round, and then, like I said earlier on a podcast this year, I feel like this is the year of Yuri Prohaska at 205, and he gets a knockout late. I like the 4th round knockout that Daniel said. I feel like he gets it done round 4, round 5 by KO. Give me Yuri. I think he gets the KO and then fights Ankalaev at the end of the year and gets KO again because I feel like this is the year of Yuri. I feel like he's going to win Fighter of the Year this year too.
Yeah, he's also having a little girl. He's having a baby, so I think that's going to light another fire under him. I don't think he's going to lose that night. I think he's going to be locked in, ready to win.
Yeah, he said the only reason why he was going to take a fight is if it was for the belt, because he was having the baby. I think the baby's due on Monday and the fight's Saturday night, but I feel like we're going to see like a headline that his baby's going to be born Saturday and he's going to get a big win Saturday night.
That'd be
I can already see it Sunday.
Congrats to Yuri.
But yeah, let's get into our Golden Goose picks to end off the show. I'm gonna let our guest go first. Daniel, who's your Golden Goose this week?
Yeah, so I said my Golden Goose is Johnny Walker, but I think Paulo Costa is also an underdog, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Paulo Costa as my Golden Goose.
Okay, I like it. Yeah, we all 4 of us had Paulo Costa. I like that. I like that pick.
That's funny.
Connor, was that going to be your pick, Connor?
I feel like Mason last week now. Oh no. Yeah, I talked myself into Paulo Costa. It feels horrible, Mason. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Mason.
I'm gonna
But
let Mason go with his golden goose.
oh,
Yeah, I'm gonna go with my main man, Carlos Olberg. Think he's gonna get it done. And I'm so excited for this fight. I words can't describe how excited I am for this fight. Just watching that last fight, Yuri and Khalil. Khalil was winning that whole fight. I think until obviously he got dropped, and I don't.
yeah,
I just Olberg is a unit, and he's so good at kickboxing, and he just got all the skills to get it done.
yeah.
So what are you gonna do now, Connor? Huh?
Oh, no, I mean, I don't know, man. Now I'm kind of cooked. No, I'm good. No, there's a lot of great underdog on this card. This card's stacked top to bottom. Give me Cub Swanson in his retirement fight at plus
Ooh.
120. The disrespect.
You took mine now, Connor. 2
Disrespect.
weeks in a row. You're
Hey, you
taking
can blame
everyone.
Daniel. Blame Daniel for this. I was told he was picking Johnny Walker. He already said it. He already said it earlier.
Trying to throw you guys off.
All right. I
Never
talked
let our
myself into
next
Paulo
move.
Costa as well. Give me the Cub Swanson and Paulo Costa parlay. But yeah, give me Cub Swanson by knockout. I think he gets it done ease. I think he puts on a clinic. Not around one knockout. Leaves no doubt.
All right. Like I said, it was a tough one. I was gonna go Cub Swanson. Connor took my pick, so I'll go with my other guy. I think Josh Hokett's gonna break into the top 5 this weekend. I like him as my golden goose. I feel like we need some youth at heavyweight, and we need a big prospect. And Josh Hokett's gonna get it done on Saturday night and cut an amazing promo and probably call out either Alex or I think he may call out Waldo Cortez Acosta again.
Yeah, he will. For sure.
Yeah. But thanks for coming on, Daniel. You could check out what's your ats for Instagram and everything.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, guys. I'm
Anytime.
at the Cage Report on everything. TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Threads, X. There's underscores on Twitter, I believe it is, and on TikTok, but you can find me if you search up the Cage Report. So
Yeah, very popular page. But thanks for coming on, Daniel.
yeah, thanks for having me, guys.
All right, we'll end it there, guys.